The latest gameplay showcase for Assassin's Creed Shadows reveals an impressive leap in terms of environmental interaction, weather systems, and lighting. The game is set in the middle of 16th century Japan and features dynamic, changing seasons that significantly impact gameplay and the open world. Each season will present unique challenges, from lush greenery in spring that can be used for stealth to icy, barren landscapes in winter that change how you navigate and hide. For example, water bodies that can be swum through in the summer freeze over in the winter, altering traversal strategies. The breakable environment in Assassin's Creed Shadows is an important aspect of the game's dynamic world. Players can interact with destructible objects in ways that influence combat, stealth, and traversal. For instance, elements like icicles hanging from rooftops during winter can be knocked down, potentially giving away your position or serving as a distraction to lure enemies. Ubisoft has integrated destructible armor systems, meaning that enemies' gear and cover will degrade during intense combat. This ties into the overall strategy of how players engage with the environment. Whether smashing through barriers or using objects as makeshift weapons, the environment plays an active role in shaping how you approach each mission. Additionally, the shifting seasons and weather effects further complement the destructible elements, adding layers of unpredictability and interaction, such as strong winds altering debris and cover locations during fights. This makes every encounter feel fresh and reactive. Now, the technical side of things: ray tracing and micropolygon technology. Ubisoft loves to throw around tech jargon like micropolygon rendering, which basically means the game can deliver mind-blowing detail without crashing your GPU into a smoldering heap. The ray tracing is more than just a marketing buzzword. It plays a real role in the way light and shadows dance around destructible environments. This is critical in a game where sneaking is paramount. Light flickers, shadows shift, and you're left figuring out how to use it all to your advantage. It's flashy, sure, but does it fundamentally change gameplay? Not entirely, but it does make things prettier as you slice through your enemies or crawl through the mud. As much as the world is interactive, it's hard not to wonder if all these immersive elements will hold up for the entire game. Sure, the first time you experience a storm that muffles your approach, you'll probably feel like a tactical genius. But the novelty might wear thin after the 15th mission where it rains just to make you feel clever again. Assassin's Creed Shadows doesn't just give you a static feudal Japan. It delivers dynamic environments that feel alive. Weather and seasons play a critical role here. Rain muffles your footsteps and gives you cover, while winter forces a complete change in tactics as snow reveals your footprints. The environment reacts to you, which is a lovely touch. It's a refreshing step toward the dynamic world Ubisoft has been chasing for years, even though previous games often fell short in making it feel fully immersive. Even with all the fancy tech, slick graphics, and dual protagonists, Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't exactly winning over everybody. At its core, people are tired of the same old formula that Ubisoft has been pushing for years now. And honestly, some fans are just not buying the whole dual protagonist thing. It's a cool idea, but the execution feels like two half-baked characters rather than one fully developed one. There's the sense that Ubisoft is throwing in extra characters, mechanics, and tools not to improve the story, but to give players more distractions in an already overloaded game. This immersive dynamic world, where weather and seasons impact gameplay, sounds good on paper. But for a lot of players, it's more of a gimmick. Sure, rain muffles your footsteps, and snow tracks your movement, but that doesn't change the fact that you're still sneaking into the same forts and assassinating the same enemies. These environmental effects don't really transform the core gameplay in any meaningful way. At the end of the day, people want something new, not just new paint on an old wall. Ubisoft is trying to keep the Assassin's Creed franchise fresh, but when players see the same old tricks underneath, it's hard to stay excited. As with every outro, even today I will try to emphasize that this video is supposed to inform and entertain. And because I am prone to the occasional error, like anyone else, don't go taking everything here as a definitive fact. Just like the Sonic movie, everything you see is subject to change if the wallets fans are loud enough. Anyway, turn the hand blue and I will see you sometime soon again.